Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thoth Tuesday, and we're going to say Wonderful Wednesday. I'm doing 2 days of channeling, and we've got some great cards that have been channeled for the collective. And let's get going on that. I hope everybody's doing good. It's Tuesday, and you know, I don't know what's going on, but I swear time has slipped away, and I don't even remember the last 3 years because I'm kind of in the 2023 and thinking of things. And as we're walking around in the moment, we're seeing all kinds of lessons that are coming to us, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, as I have said. um, I take these lessons now as people have an opinion. It's either right or wrong, I don't know, but I'm just going to free flow through it and get to the next destination on my journey and not worry about it, because that's what you have to do. You have to not worry about things. As much as we do, we worry about a lot of things. So we are going to get right into it. Today is 8/20 of 2024. It's an 18, which goes to a 9. And then we've got the 8/21/2024, which is Wednesday. It's a 19. It goes down to a 10, and both of them together is a 1. So we've got a powerful message from the number 1. Number 1 tells you that you are a magician priestess and that now and then you require solitude in order to fully develop the capabilities within you. You need solitude now, in particular, in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher, clearly and without compromise. Number 1 promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, and the pure spirit of the subtle world. Yes, that's what it's saying. We all are a priestess or priest, as we could call ourselves. I try to get out of those slang words, and I just think we are all clairvoyant in our own way, whether it's astro travel, dreaming, channeling, that gut energy feeling, energy blocks around people. We're going to feel it. If they did mind wipe us, we are remembering things. And I think they did. I think at every cataclysmic that they deregulated the world and made it the world that we could somewhat live in. Now they don't know how to deal with it because everything's falling apart. Because we got the number 35, which is an 8, which is infinity. And it says, follow your visions, never lose sight of what is really important. And that is the focal point to today. What is really important? We all have a difference in our perception on things, and we will figure it out someday. But sometimes you just don't put things there because people pick up wrong perceptions. I could have a conversation right now. Somebody could say, wow, who the hell is she? So I don't care. I think everybody should have their own opinion because everybody's unique. So let's get into the visions. What are we doing with the white wolves? The wisdom of the wolf is to adapt to life circumstances without losing sight of what is important or straying from the path of their own vision. We can't lose sight of what's important to us. Trust your instincts, your inner strength and guidance. Safeguard your vision by establishing clear boundaries. Defend your territory and never give others the power to unsettle you. Trust your intuition and never let anyone take away from you. You have drawn this card because your forebears, your ancestors, are calling to you. It is time to rediscover your visions. Shamans and druids once wore the skin of the wolf as a sign of their great spiritual power, leadership, and inner strength. This mission to follow your vision with inner strength now falls to you. In order for you to achieve truly great things, you will need courage for the path ahead, and you will be granted a higher perception. Meditate upon it and open yourself to the light flowing toward you. You have the ability within you to expand your perception for the benefit of all living beings. That is totally true. I keep telling friends and my husband and everybody I know, watch out what you're saying because everybody has a different perception on something. It'll come out and you'll realize it. You'll go, wow, okay, that's what she said about the perception. You could tell each person, say you have 10 people there standing in a circle, you could tell each one of them is the same story, and each one of them have a different outlook on that story. Go figure. So we got the helpers for the next 21 days is the power animals of the wolf, the herbal essence is cypress, healing crystal is emerald, and the number is 8. My mood ring is emerald green. It always does that when they mention the emerald, like the emerald tablet. Okay, got an 8. Infinity. Number 8 tells you that now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of a light that opens your mind and delivers the strength to create something that will last for all time. Should you want to do so, number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. That is a perfect card to come out for this collective reading because we are all transforming in such a different way. We all have different things that we have to go through. But we did get a message from the Oracle, and the Oracle said to have courage, if I can find it. The lion, have courage. Right now, for the next 3 months, we are going to need all the courage that we can muster up in our mind because we have so much going on in our 3D concept world around us. There are times when you feel small, afraid, and alone in the world, but you are not alone. You are watched over and cherished by Gaia, the Great Spirit. Know that you have within you the strength to overcome all obstacles placed in your path, no matter how daunting or large they may seem. Have courage now is the time to trust in yourself and have confidence that you will overcome all. That is a hard pill to swallow because we all have such stuff going around that sometimes we lose our focus and we lose our courage a little bit. But it'll come back because we also got follow the moon, and we have to be careful following the moon. The moon is an illusion. 3/4 of Gaia's surface is covered in water, and the moon's pole can lift the Earth's ocean at the equator and carry them along in her wake. 2/3 of a human body is also water, and therefore you also are subject to her power. As she waxes and wanes, so do you. Take note, follow the moon cycle, and take note of how you think and feel as her light increases and decreases. Take time to explore and understand her influences upon both your body and your emotions. I think the moon, I can see that she come out after the courage. Have courage, because we've got to remember that things out there are not always what they seem. Because we did get time to reflect. We've been getting the reflection card. Like I keep saying, we're walking through time right now, our journey, trying to figure out where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, and how we're supposed to do it, because we weren't planted on this earth to work 7 days a week and just work. That's slave mentality. And people have been raised that you got to work, you got to work, you got to work. And what do you get after you bust your butt for an employer that's making all the money? You get what the little crumbs that are left. That's what happens. Have you been rushing along, living from one moment to the next without thought or care? Have you failed to notice and acknowledge all that you have achieved and accomplished? Stop. Take a moment to pause and reflect upon all that has happened and all that is happening. See how you have grown. See all you have succeeded in accomplishing. Acknowledge and delight in your journey and understand how it was played a part in creating that you who lives in the present. I like that card. I mean, it really does make you think. I just said to my husband the other day, you know, you think about it, we live in a camper on an acre of property, but a lot of people don't even have an acre of property, nor do they have a camper to live in. So I feel blessed from that because as our brothers and sisters, we see these other people in the world and we feel so sorry for them that yeah, they don't have what you have. So feel blessed because the source of all is here. And I think this card is amazing. Your mind is the source of all thought, magic, inspiration, and creativity. Take a moment to dwell within the divine realms of your imagination. Visualize and create endless possibilities and opportunities. Now is the time to nurture the vision within and make them manifest. Yes, because I have wrote two things down and they have manifested. The one took, I wrote it down July 17th and I got information just about a week ago. And that took that long. So when you manifest and you're playing with manifestation and visualization, it may not happen in a day. It may happen in a month, but it happened. So start visualizing. That's what you're manifesting. So once you start visualizing your paradise on earth, you'll see your paradise on earth. Okay, we have the angels and ancestors, and you know, the high priestess harnessed mystic power. She showed up, and we just talked about the high priestess. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. The high priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar, fierce, powerful, and disciplined. Kind of like the priest. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the high priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious order and was the voice of authority and guidance for the teachers. The high priestess in this deck is the consort and partner of the high priest. If you look at them together, you will see they mirror each other's energy. Inspired by the Egyptian goddess Isis, she holds a sistrum and musical instrument in her left hand and an ankh. The Egyptian symbol of eternal life is her right hand. She is joined by a black cat representing the Egyptian teacher Bast, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory powers and powers. You are a mystic and with the capacity to connect with the energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you the guidance that will be important for your growth. I keep saying that. We really have to listen to that intuition, that gut feeling, that heart space. When your heart feels butterflies or you have that lump in your throat, that's your gut feeling. How do you feel and what is it telling you? Because we also got the Lord, and we've had the Lord, and that's take charge with authority. And he's got that key that looks like Atlantis. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady. He is the emperor in the traditional tarot. He represents an authoritative male isn't afraid to lay down the law, but this doesn't mean he is angry or chauvinistic. He is self possessed, reliable, and ambitious, a man of honor who has earned his place in society. The Lord in this oracle hold a staff and wears a crown of antlers, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protected of his people. His regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life, yet he is sensitive to those who are less fortunate than he is. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for you and your growth. And it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You are being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show that you have the potential to move upward and on professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. That is a good card. And as I was reading that, I'm thinking, when people mentioned when they were doing mystery school about Lord and ladies, they call them that, not because they were our creator, our sky father, but because these were lords and ladies. These were like above the common folks. So there's miscommunication when they call them lords and ladies, because that's what he is. He's kind of like a hunter guy. And then we got uh the knight, be brave and honest. I can see where this is going, because the Lord, uh, the high priestess with the cat and the source of all and the vision and wolves, and now we got the knight, be brave and honest, and then we got the lion art. But the next card that we got is interesting. So, in other words, this story that is unfolding is very masculine. It started with the wolf and visions, following the moon, which is, you got to be careful with that. That's deception and that's reflecting. But the high priestess, which is harness your mystic power, and then the Lord, take charge with authority, and then the knight, be brave and honest. So there's something going on, which I believe it's in the 3D concept of the world, that you need to protect, be brave and be honest, but do it with beauty, dignity, and from the heart, not with anger and mischief. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends, inspired by the Knights Templar. He is a protector of the Holy Grail and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you, whether you are male or female. That energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong, but if you look closely, you will see he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. The energy of respect is important right now. You're being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity. Because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back in order. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back in order and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Yeah, I think everybody that's on their spiritual journey, whether it's behind a couple walls and in a church or behind a couple walls in a home, uh, everybody's bringing some energy. But I thought what was interesting about these three cards, is we had one feminine and the two masculine, like they were protecting the feminine card, the knight. And the knight is be brave and honest, take charge and authority, was before that, and harness the mystic power, which was the priestess. Because in their day and in our day, we got the animal guardian, trust in your instincts. And the animal guardian is supposed to guard the animals. We've got to be careful. A lot of people do not feel the same way about animals. The hunters, they hunt and gather. People, they just think they're animals. Everything you do. But what's scary is what people don't realize is they are our brothers and sisters, and God put them on this earth for a reason. Not to be abused, not to be locked up, not to be hurt. I don't like harming anything, so not even a ladybug. So I just don't get it. But hey, there's hunters out there every day that are hunting animals. Trust the powerful animal spirit within to learn more about yourself and your talents. The animal guardian is the card that represents the angels of the animal kingdom. Animals are angels of nature who have incredible lessons to offer and medicine that can support you on your spiritual journey and help you survive some of your greatest challenges. When you connect with the energies of animals, you can learn a lot about yourself and the earth. You also have instinctive animal energies within that can direct you towards everything you need and more. The Animal Guardian card depicts a tribal angel being held and supported by her animals. She has a love for them and they have a love for her, demonstrating how incredibly connected nature is with the spiritual realms. You have a powerful animal within you that can be wild, protective, instinctive, and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel, they just express it, and you can learn from that. When this card arises, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and what you really need. Take the time to connect with your animal energy and express it naturally. Let even the fierce energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It will teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. The dog went out, I think. Okay, let me see what I got here. We're going to go to the Human Spirit Oracle. Number 2, support system, right here. You are awesome, and we hope you are finding that the people you surround yourself with lift you up when you are soaring, as well as comfort you when you are down. Everyone needs a support system, a true blue friend, a therapist, a group, or a lover. Surround yourself with this sort of person. It is a wonderful thing to watch those we love thrive and flourish. Strong arms to hold you, a helping hand to lift you up. And if it was part of your own being, not even a thought given you up, as if it was Yeah, that's not the right. Community is so important, even if it is a community of two or three. Take pride in yourself. This means it is okay to be choosy with the people you surround yourself with. You are a one of a kind gift, honey. You deserve a wonderful support system filled with love, pride, and truth. If someone is not there for the good and bad times, then what exactly are they there for? Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a good card. Okay, now what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I like this card because it's a 27, which is a 9. Let the past die, the Ravenkin. Uh, People are living in the past so much. It's scary. I don't get it. Uh, I really don't. But I have seen a lot of crap being hung on from the past with a lot of people. My mother hung on to everything. See the good in it. Celebrate and give thanks. One phase or cycle is ending, perhaps dramatically, but before you can move into the next phase, you must close the door to the old. It may be challenging, and you're allowed to feel angry, hurt, and devastated, empty, withdrawn, or in denial. Take time if you need it and get help if required. Then honor the importance of what is gone and how it helped you. While you no longer need them, your old behaviors may have kept you safe at some point, and they certainly contributed to who you are right now in all your wonderful complexity and strength. This is not a reason to cling to a past that is not serving you in the present, but give yourself credit for what you have been through, what you have survived, and celebrate what you're letting go of. Then rejoice for what you're opening your life up to from the moment forward. I think that's a good way of closing chapters that just don't hold you back anymore. I mean, chapters of our life that we just have to put to rest. And we're going to go to the dreams of Gaia because the dreams of Gaia have something special to say. And we did get a lot of fours today in the dreams of Gaia. And the four message is powerful message from your angels and reminds you that you are on the right path. Your angels are guiding you. And we've always do that. I mean, here, there was the white feather in this. So that is the angels. And we do have to take care of the animals exactly the way we take care of people. So if people feel that animals are just an animal, they're not there yet. They're not where they need to be yet. You're not where they are. It's okay. It's all okay. Uh, because you'll have that. Now, the first card that we got, and I've got to put my finger over her because it shows her privates. Let's see if my finger's not even big enough. Okay. This is integrity. She is a 23, which is a 5, which is change. And let me see if I can get this way. I don't want to put anything over it because uh, it makes marks on my cards. Act with honesty and honor. Walk your talk. Everyone deserves a second chance. Oppose hypocrisy, dishonesty, cruelty, and injustice. Practice ethical and honest behavior. Do not play favorites. Be the best person you can be. Do it for love, not for profit. Keep your promises. Do not betray a trust. Avoid gossip and speaking ill of others. Do not cheat or take the easy way. Do not allow injustice or cruelty towards innocence. Behavior and actions influence reputation. We all live in glass houses, so avoid judging. Uh, this is showing you character values and things that things that we have to work on for our integrity, and this come in a past position. So I'm going to read the past because this is showing that we're still hanging on to some past stuff that's not helping anything. When the integrity card appears in the past position, it signifies the importance of one's reputation, of making mistakes and learning from. Learning from them and giving others a second chance, just as you would hope that others would give you a second chance. Integrity is something we all endeavor to have, but there are times in our past when we may have committed acts that can only be described as dishonorable or dishonest. We may have lied to avoid conflict, gossiped, or listened to rumors and Chinese whispers. We may have allowed ourselves to partake of moments and meaningless or spiteful behavior. You may have judged, we may have condemned, we may have misunderstood or reacted poorly. I've got something tickling my throat and irritating me. It could be the moss on the trees today. I got something in my glasses. Integrity is something we all endeavor to have. Okay, I got that. I did all that. But not one of us who has grown from childhood to adult has done so without having done the wrong thing on more than one occasion. Those who would rather believe otherwise may lack the very thing they believe they have. To have integrity is to be honest above all else, and to be honest over all else is to admit when you have been wrong or have done wrong. There may have been times when we have cheated or stolen from others or have chosen to be deliberately hurtful. We may have acted in a manner that showed a lack of values or questionable judgment. We may have be caught or punished for these deeds, or we may simply have to live with your guilt and regret. When the integrity card appears in the past position, it serves as a gentle reminder that you have made mistakes and that you are deserving of forgiveness. You can also grant forgiveness. Everyone is deserving of a second chance. Everyone makes mistakes. Be compassionate and empathetic. However, it is also wise to remember that if someone does a wrong once, it is a mistake. If they do it more than once, it might show a pattern of behavior that serves to reveal they may be of low integrity and that it is time to distance yourself from them. That's a good card to think about and reflect. The clarifier for that card was justice. Justice, balance. We need balance. A decision will be made and provided you have acted fairly in the past. If we go in, it will go in your favor. This can relate to a legal claim, a decision, a work or relationship or family matter. When justice appears, you can expect to find out the truth of a situation. Through this, you find healing and closure. The card also can reveal that you may need to make a decision weighing up your options to find a fair and balanced way forward. True justice is restorative, so the card suggests you will feel vindicated and stronger with yourself. An additional meaning is that your spirit guides and angels are supporting you on your life's path. Take a practical approach if you need to make a decision. Go with that is realistic rather than idealistic. The solution doesn't need to be perfect, just workable. If a decision that affects you is made by others, accept it is the best they can do. Yeah, this is calm decisions, integrity, legal issues, supportive, and I think we all really need to take a step back and really just take a step back, because when you are with people, um, they may feel that other things are important, material possessions and things like that. And if you harm their, material possessions, which maybe you didn't realize it, then they could get wonky. It can happen. You can get wonky, they can get wonky, it can all happen. But then you've got to kind of look at this, the animal guardian. And this, to me and my husband, are amazingly important in our lives. Amazingly important in our lives. And they're just like somebody's kids. Whether you have cats, dogs, fish, hamsters, whatever it may be, those are somebody's children. And whether they're in an avatar body like this or an avatar body like the dogs, uh, you love them unconditionally. They're teaching you unconditional love. But you will find people that unconditional love has conditions. We've always seen that. It's got major conditions. And a lot of people love their things. My mother loved things. She just had so many things. They were so expensive and so important and yada yada yada. You know where they are right now? They're sitting in an old shed with mice running over them, stored away in a hole. And she doesn't even talk about them anymore. I told my brother, when she goes, just take the family pictures out and just light a match to that damn thing. Get rid of it, because she's been holding on to tchotchkes for so damn long. I don't even know what they look like. We got the Two of Earth, and the Two of Earth is a juggling card. I like her, but you know what? This is equilibrium, flexibility, adaptability, balance, harmony, compromise, confidence, procrastination, and freedom. This is balancing work and play, balancing responsibilities and personal needs. Be open to compromise. Be confident but grounded. Realistic goals and expectations. Take time, take stock, and prioritize. Forgive your limitations and ask for help. Yeah. Share the responsibilities if you need to before you start to drop things because you are mentally, physically, and emotionally worn out. Yeah, I am. Self-belief is the key to maintaining a healthy equilibrium. She's juggling everything, and she doesn't have time for herself. Him, her, whatever. She wears her heart. She's got her throat chakra covered with a rose, and I just have this feeling that it's blocking her chakra. She's not telling anybody. She's just taking on all the responsibility. And that is, you don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that. We got the Three of Swords, and that's heartache. The two came with the heartache card. 3, which is a divine message. This 3 is the heartbreak card of the tarot, but thankfully it is a minor arcana card, signifying a transient event that you will process and heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, disappointment. The positive of this card is that at least you know exactly where you stand. You see the truth. This 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. Feel the pain and see the truth of the matter. The situation has happened for a reason. Yeah, I completely agree. Because, you know, things are sometimes behind rose-colored glasses, and they're not always what we think they are. But the King of Water, he came yesterday or 2 days ago in our reading. He came, And he is the safe harbor in the storm. The let go of gender bias, strength born of adaptability, be present in your relationship, a need for excitement. Marry critical thinking and emotional logic. Allow your feelings to guide a decision. Address a cause of jealousy. Um, he represents to let go of emotional based gender bias and to embrace the awareness that this uh, paradigm belongs to the past. A man can be just as sensitive and vulnerable and nurturing and supportive as a woman. A woman can be just as closed off and insensitive as a man. Both can be communicative with regards to their feelings, and both can be open or closed. A person is has nothing to do with gender and everything to do with the individual and their journey. We have been conditioned to believe that men and women are emotionally different when they are in truth the same. As with the other court cards, the King of Water also represents a person in your life who embodies the traits of the king. If you are in need of his counsel or safe harbor, seek him out. That's the time. Um, he's coming out for a reason. He is just telling me that you have safe harbor in the storm. But with this, I think you'll soon find out that the safe harbor isn't safe. Um, the card that clarified that from the Oceanic Tarot is number 1, the Magician. This is manifestation. We have to, this is a reminder that we really have to work on manifestation. We have been working for the last year on manifestation, on meditation, on making our dreams come true, uh, learning Earth School, learning the lies of Earth School, we're starting to learn Mystery School, and it's getting good. That's got to manifest. Got to manifest our happiness. Okay, now that was the collective spread. This is the collective special message. We got the 2 of Water. This is intimacy, closeness, trust, commitment, reconciliation, equity, union, codependency, and taking sides. Go beyond infatuations and attractions, intimacy, sharing, giving, and communicating. Time to forgive and seek reconciliation. The meaning of the minds and hearts, put aside judgment and blame, cherish all your loves, maintain independence, and avoid codependency, avoid taking sides. We got to be careful because not everybody is the same, period. Everybody loves something different. The 2 of Water represents a relationship that has moved beyond infatuation and physical attraction to one that is built upon a foundation of deeper mutual love, respect, trust, and shared interests and values. It symbolizes a meeting of the minds and hearts that is free of the desire to possess or control. This relationship is a unification of 2 hearts and minds, not with the purpose of becoming whole or to complete each other, but with the intent to share, to enrich, and to enhance each other's lives. This is a time of giving, sharing, and communication. A relationship is founded on intimacy. To share your thoughts, feelings, goals, and fears with that one you love is to be intimate. To hold them, to listen, and show interests is to be intimate. To show the affection by reaching out to stroke their cheek or hold their hand, it is to be intimate. The 2 of Hearts ultimately symbolizes intimacy within a relationship. It is also represented a time for forgiveness and reconciliation. If a rift has developed between lovers or friends, now is the time to let go of the hurt and anger. Put aside judgment and blame. Do not allow arrogance, wounded pride, or ego to destroy a relationship. Where you can take responsibility for your own choices and actions within the relationship and be mindful of how they have impacted, influenced that relationship. The 2 of Water invites you to communicate, to forgive, or apologize now. Uh, that is an interesting card. And we've got the clarifier with that. And that is a 2, the high priestess. And what's interesting is we already got the high priestess, and that's intuition. We know the wisdom, secret, discretion, teaching, spiritual work, and vision dreams. Visions. We got the wolf card earlier, visions. Keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself just now and respect others' secrets as well as your own. Take time to concentrate on your spiritual interests and listen to your intuition. The right teacher will appear when you are ready for the lesson. Yeah, that's a good one. And another one that popped out at the end, and I kept it because it was Page of Cups, because it said that earlier, it's imagination. Enjoy the lighter side of life. Allow yourself time to play and let your imagination run free. Uh, I love that. I love that. I mean, we have to go back to an extent and use our inner child once in a while. I seen a woman, oh no, a woman on the beach the other day. I think it was a video going around on YouTube, and she was, they had Stevie Nicks playing, and she was doing swirls on the beach and feeling the waves come down, and she just didn't have a care in the world. She was playing with her inner child. She was really out there. It was great. I loved it. Now, we're going to go into the last few cards we have for this Toss Tuesday, and I think I'm going Wonderful Wednesday. Memories of Atlanta, Spirit, Acceleration, Progress, and Technology. This is like Shambhala. This is like the Golden City. And I got to take a sip because like I said, I've got allergies going on today. Hey, legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connections. Their dis- disrespect for the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysmic that brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon the planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with divination and love, or devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistake now. You are being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. That is a really good card. Now we have the Divine Master. We have Michael and Faith, Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith. Spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moments. Archangel Michael is one of the best known and most trusted angels across the cosmos. He is the leader of God's protective legion of angels and works tirelessly to guard all those who call on him for protection from lower vibrational forces and negativity. Angel Faith is his twin. As her name suggests, this powerful feminine archangel helps us move into a deeper state of faith and trust, both in our higher power and in the goodness that runs through humanity itself. Both of these angelic beings can create a powerful force field around you so that you can feel safe to be yourself and maybe reveal some of the tender aspects of yourself and your spiritual talents. For the most part, Michael and Faith are with every light worker that walks the planet, and just by thinking of them, we invoke their protection. The universe needs you. Where you are now is where you are most needed. Consider you're strategically placed, even if where you are is less than ideal. Know that there is an opportunity there to align with purpose and meaning. If you are experiencing a dark cloud of uncertainty or fear, call in Michael and Faith to light the way. If you have been asking to be shown your life purpose, know that where you are right now, oh, it got dark all of a sudden, and what you are facing will help you be of greater service. Your life is destined to be aligned to spirituality and higher purpose. And this particular challenge is actually the moment when you break through into a greater understanding of who you truly are and why you are here at this specific time. I like that message for us. That was a good message for us. Now we have the Golden Future Oracle. And this is a number 17. Cue the card. 8, Infinity. And this is teleportation and levitation. Expand your gifts and powers. We haven't worked in this yet. We have not worked in this. Now, I do astro travel. So I have seen myself levitate out of the bed and go into astro travel. But I've never, and transportation, yeah, teleportation, yeah, I pretty much teleport. I'm not like Spock or anything. Beam me up, Scotty, but it's kind of like that. Soon after the start of the new golden age in 2032, many people will be able to rise up and float a short distance to a different location. They will also have the ability to teleport objects. By about 2050, people will be able to teleport themselves instantly from one place to another. However, these ways of moving take a great deal of energy, so the majority will always refer to a transport drawing on universal power rather than their own. The high priestess and priest of Atlantis had the power to glide up to the temple of Obsidian, and some could even fly to other star systems for intergalactic meetings. Soon after 2050, the inhabitants of the Earth will have retrieved all the awesome gifts available during Atlantis, and then their powers will soar beyond anything conceived during that era. People don't even conceive it now, let alone 2032. I mean, we do, but you go out in normal world and they're just collecting crap and going through the motions. This card is a reminder that you are an extraordinary spiritual being with many latent gifts and talents. If you sometimes dream you are flying, you are remembering an advanced power you possessed in Atlantis. Have you been seen in two places at once? If so, you were bilocating. Have you ever became invisible to the world, maybe? At this moment, you raised your frequency beyond the normal range of human sight. You may even have teleported instantly to another location. Saint Germain was a great master alchemist and magician. He is now keeper of the golden scales and is helping you tickle. I have triggers. I got working on meditation. Now I've got that irritation. Saint Germain was a great, okay, I got to that. He is now keeper of the golden scales and his is helping you bring your gifts forward. Ask him to place his column of gold and violet light over you and open you up to who you truly are. Acknowledge and believe in the possibilities that await you. That is the first step towards regaining your power in preparation for the golden future. Trust that Saint Germain is watching over you and advancing your progress. Yeah. They are. And I think there's going to be so much come down right now. And I don't think people are ready for any of this. I don't even know if I'm ready for it. I don't know if we are ready as a collective for this. We have to work on self. We really have to work on self. Um, Collecting things to leave behind you in this physical uh, matrix. Do we really want them? Are we really going to need them in the future we're going to? I don't know, but I've never been one to collect. And I just said to my husband the other day, I want to do some different things. I want to get rid of some of the things, like I have a big thing, seashells, and I want to do something with them. So I'm kind of pushing things along right now on releasing things and keeping the things that I really need because I just can't handle the clutter. And I told my husband, I said, we need to sell shit because if we end up amscraying out of here or whatever we're doing, I'm not taking all this baloney that we don't need. I mean, it's going to get really crazy for the next 2 or 3 months, and we don't know where we're going to be at the end of this. So that's the Thoth Tuesday and Wonderful Wednesday. And I love everybody. And may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.